I'm Joe Duffy of offshoreinsiders.com, and on behalf of sportsbookreview.com, let's take a look at the Temple, South Florida game, and I'm going to give you a free pick on this. And don't forget to join me on the Sportsbook Review Tailgate Party live on Facebook. Facebook Live, look up Sportsbook Review on Facebook, subscribe to the Facebook page, and join me every Saturday and Sunday with late-breaking information, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Temple in South Florida. South Florida is 20.5 with a total of 58.5. This opened up at SBRodds.com as South Florida 18. Temple is one of the worst teams in the country against the spread. They're 0-3, but minus 7.5 on the sweat barometer. Actually, there are some teams that are worse. Now, again, the sweat barometer, I used to call it the margin of cover, but it's more widely called the sweat barometer by a lot of people. I know Chad Millman of ESPN, I think, made that term popular. Anyway, what it is how much a team does or does not cover the spread by. The same as the point per game margin, just relative to the spread. UCF, they're 1-2 against the spread by minus 4.7. Now, USF leads the nation in snaps per game at 102. Temple's kind of in the middle, a little bit on the higher end. They're 53rd out of 129 teams. And remember that I said time and time again that handicapping totals is a lot more about the pace of the game than it is offensive or defensive competence, but of course it's a little bit of both. Now USF, they do, their offensive coordinator came from Baylor, so they run that Baylor offense that Baylor used to run before the scandal, and now of course Baylor is much more of a slowdown team. But it took USF a little adjustment. They really seem to get that high-tempo offense down pat, and I don't expect that number to drop as far as their snaps per game. This is a revenge game for USF. They lost last year when these teams met. Temple won 46-30 in Philadelphia, and it cost South Florida the division title. And the possibility where South Florida could have been that non-power team that could have snuck in and played in a major bowl. Now, Temple allows 382 yards passing to Villanova and 377 to UMass. And this is going to be a much tougher test than that, to say the least. USF has scored 30 or more points in 20 consecutive games. That is the longest streak in the entire nation. South Florida is allowing 234 passing yards per game. The team's normally getting 176, so they're not very good against the pass either. Contrarian consensus information about what it should be for a large favorite. As we do file this, the total was recently posted, so there's not enough data to really determine any type of consensus/contrarian play on the total. But as we said, neither one of these teams very good against the pass. South Florida really plays an up-tempo game. Temple fairly up-tempo, and they're going to have to. They're not going to have much of a choice. They're going to snap the ball a lot more than they normally do, and this is a fairly low total considering. So we are going to bet offshoreinsiders.com. Your free pick is to go over the 58.5. That is the odds that's widely available right now at SBRodds.com. By the way, my picks, my premium picks, 8-3 last week in college football. What do I got out for this weekend? Already a couple plays, and by the time you see this, probably a lot more. Please visit me at offshoreinsiders.com. And most importantly, well, may or may not be most importantly, but also of enormous importance, Facebook. Of course you're on Facebook. Subscribe to the Sportsbook Review Facebook page. I will do a live broadcast, Facebook Live with Sportsbook Review, every Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Includes late-breaking weather and all kinds of great information, late-breaking injuries, steam moves, etc. Sportsbook Review on Facebook. And again, my picks are at offshoreinsiders.com.